Hello and welcome to a live post here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. I see two of our rescued residents living another wonderful day of living wild at heart, Another wonderful day of living wild at heart here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Hello and welcome. Come one, come all. Hoping many of you are ready to enjoy your Friday alongside Sofi and Mr. Gino here. We can talk about a little comfort care and fulfilling Tammy's birthday wish of giving the gift of comfort care to, a good portion of our rescues who are part of our comfort care program. And we'll talk about that. But let's get some hellos out of the way. Good morning, Ellen Simmons. Robin Lyons here. Jeremy's here. Hope everybody's doing well. Sherry V checking in, saying hi to myself, Olivia, and everyone. Hey, Jill Finney. Glad to see you live, Jill. Good morning to you. Henyatta saying hello, Judson and Olivia. We got a sneak peek of Catio Town yesterday. That you did. Truly a taste of a wonderful and much needed addition to helping the hybrid rescues here at the Wildcat Sanctuary live even sweeter. It's exciting that you got to see that little tease, Henyatta, and we're going to do kind of a larger formal update on our Facebook page next week. See if I can catch beautiful Gino's mug. He's kind of looking the opposite way. He's got his lion companion and mother below his little platform that he's sitting on there. I can zoom in on Sofi as well, but let's look at that beautiful lion mug here as people keep joining us on this Friday. Hey, Pam Coleman, saying hello to myself and Olivia. Thank you for that, Pam. Maria Vaughn's here. Hello, all. Hello, all cats and dogs. Marcy Sanborn's joining us. Hey, Marcy. Saying hello to myself and everyone. Good morning, TWS family, exclaims Kendra Ditto. There's Carrie Miller saying happy Friday, Judson, with the sunglass emoji. If there's any cool emoji that I identify with Carrie, it would have to be that cool old sunglass emoji. Marilyn Grant, hello, saying hi to Gino and Sophia. Lisa Parker's here. Lisa Wallstrom. Both Lisas in the house. Arlene Ramirez saying handsome Gino. Isn't he handsome, Arlene? And handsome indeed. There's Henyatta. Hello, Henyatta. Saying hello to myself and Olivia. Oh, well, of course, I'm doubling back. You got double dose of a hello, Henyatta, and much deserved, of course. Jeremy saying, I missed Catio Town. Couldn't hear Tammy, so I gave up and left. Well, that's no fun. You'll have to go back and rewatch that live post, Jeremy. Maria P saying, hello, Judson. Thank you for that, Maria. Hope you're doing well on this Friday. And Sofi, I can see what that cutie pie is doing. As you can see, she is a little flattened out and enjoying a classic cat nap. Sofi and Gino really do have maybe more of an active lifestyle than one would assume. Gino and Sofi really do like staying mobile and active, particularly during the morning and evening periods. And as you expect, the sun gets a little higher, gets a little warmer, and maybe things seem a little bit more low-key for these guys during the day. But truth to tell, they really are a pair of active cats. And Gino got his playful nature from one of his parents. Kimba had his moments, but Sofi really is a pretty playful lioness. And even at about 18 years old, if I'm not mistaken, she's still got some funny bones left in her and loves horsing around. So I always like kind of remarking that Sofi and Gino, they're not as static as maybe we see them during these live posts. They really are a playful bunch. And like I said, Gino got his playful nature from his mother. And Sofi particularly is a big fan of these kind of medium-sized balls here. But Sofi is kind of going to be the subject of our conversation today, as yesterday we launched, well, every year we get to celebrate Tammy's birthday in a special way. Oh, Gino's hiding behind the tree now. We get to celebrate Tammy's birthday in a special way. You guys have helped us helped Tammy become a founding member of the Animal Care Center when we were building that. You helped fill our freezer on multiple occasions over the past few years when her birthday wish was to fill the freezer. And with this year being giving the gift of comfort care. Comfort care is an important part of life here at the Wildcat Sanctuary for our rescues. As you know, one of the things that I hope that you identify with TWS, and why maybe one of the many reasons why you support us, is the level of individualized and specialized care that we give our rescues. We're not just looking at the forest here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, we're looking at the tree. We want to know what exactly is happening with that resident, what is unique to this rescue and not the other, and how can we help them in their own individual needs. And Sofi, I'm going to kind of scroll back up here. I saw someone exclaiming, Sofi is 18. She is, if I'm not mistaken, 18 or 19. If I'm correct, Sofi would have been 13 or 14 when she came in 2019. So maybe I can have my my media folks check my facts here. But if I'm not mistaken, Sofi is on the other side and getting close to 20. But anyways, Sofi is obviously aging, and with aging comes, kind of evolutions and changes in a cat's lifestyle. And well, Sofi, she might be feeling a little bit more sore. She might be feeling her age a little bit more than she used to when she was younger, and that's rightfully so. That's one thing that happens. I'm sure many of you have senior or geriatric cats at home, and that's part of life. And that's not to mean that they're to go on living uncomfortably and being unhappy. And we do little things, like obviously we've talked about medication regimens and specializing different things through veterinary care, but that's not to say that we aren't doing things a little bit more physical and adding little steps like this. So Sofi, and in her older age, as I said, is kind of not as mobile as she used to, and hopping up her platform might not be as easy as it used to. Very simply, what's the Wildcat Sanctuary going to do? We're going to add steps for her. We're adding steps for cats like Sofi. There's going to be all types of little additions that we're going to take strides to just kind of better and make Sofi more comfortable, which is encompassed under that comfort care program umbrella. So for example, too, I'm sure some of you might remember, a lot of our senior cats, we like giving them little feeding tables, if you will. So they kind of have little dinner tables in their room, so they're not having to reach down and drop their head to eat their food. They just kind of get to eat it while they're standing. So a little less stress on the body, a little less stress on the neck, and again, a more kind of literal, I guess all examples are literal, but more of a kind of physical manifestation of the comfort care is looking at these steps and knowing that we're consciously or constantly watching and evaluating these cats as they age, and wanting to make sure that they're as comfortable as possible through every stage of their wild at heart life here at the sanctuary. And I saw some confirmations of Sofi's age, so I want to make sure that I got that right. And it looks like I did. Yep, she's almost 19, Maria. That's exactly right. And that's really one of the things, too, that's important about kind of highlighting the comfort care program, is really just illustrating of how many of our rescues are at a certain age that are considered senior or geriatric, and knowing that many of those senior or geriatric cats are going to be on some type of medication regimen. But also kind of just making, clarifying and making sure that there's an understanding that not all cats who are senior, or maybe I should say not all cats involved in the comfort care program, are senior and geriatric. For example, Mr. Gino here is considered one of our special needs cats. You probably would have saw a little post on him. Gino has hypothyroidism, along with some neurological deficiencies, and sometimes Gino would fall into these neurological spells. And we weren't just going to be here flat-footed and let Gino kind of be uncomfortable and vulnerable when he's falling into these neurological spells. Of course, we took Gino down to many trips down to the U of M to specialists, and to see if we could get to the bottom of what was causing these neurological symptoms. We did discover that, obviously, in addition to the hyperthyroidism, Gino had some vitamin A and D deficiencies when he was younger, and has caused the back of his skull to grow a little bit thicker, which presses on his spinal cord, which can trigger some of those those neurological spells. But obviously Gino has since made a move here to Pride Prairie, but that doesn't mean that we're still not acknowledging the types of tools that Gino needs to help him during those neurological spells. So here, like he didn't have in his older space, he has a larger indoor bedroom which we obviously blew out an entire wall for him in his former indoor bedroom so he could have a larger space during those times, as well as Gino having a much larger shift than he's ever had. So all in all, when we noticed Gino falling into those neurological spells, what's better for him and what we found is best is that for him to have a smaller space during those moments. So for Gino to have obviously the big yard that we see him here, but he has his shift in that large indoor bedroom, which is very important, and part of the reason that we okayed the move for him to come over here is for him to still have the types of resources and tools that he needs when we know he has a tendency to fall into those neurological spells. We've been spending a lot of time on Mr. Gino here, but Sofi is really sticking to her guns here and enjoying her cat nap. Daria commenting, you can't get over how much Gino looks like Kimba, and how right you are with that. And especially when I see, you know, I'll kind of laugh and maybe look back at some photos of Kimba, and I'll kind of always wonder, how in the world did his mane get like that? And it was because Sofi was grooming his mane. And so there's been a kind of a few moments where I've caught Gino post Sofi groom, with Gino kind of left looking like has his father's haircut. So certainly lots of moments where we get to see flashes of Kimba, and that one for me in particular, where Sofi gives him a little bit of a licking and that top of the mane's kind of moist and folds over in a particular way. Big flashes of Kimba. Kinder Ditto, how does it work when Gino has a spell in the middle of his habitat? That's where we're still able to communicate with Gino and ask him to come into his bedroom. Certainly caretakers are, we got to see, and I love that Tammy was able to share that, of how vigilant they are with their observations. So caretakers are going to make remarks if maybe Gino didn't get his meds after a certain day, or for example, he was eating a less amount of food and we're kind of getting an idea that he might be falling into one of these neurological spells. There's certainly a lot of symptoms that lead up to it, and then obviously our vigilant care staff is making sure that they're monitoring him as well. But in the end, if Gino were to fall into one of those neurological spells, you'll see that caretakers are able to ask him to come into his bedroom, and he typically complies. Just looking at a few more comments and questions here. It's fun to see quickly. I'm just going to turn. I won't scare him, but media intern Joe is giving a friends and family tour. His father's here on site, and sometimes when I jump at someone with a camera, it can't be the best thing, so I'll spare them. Don't worry, everyone. But if you hear a little chatter in the background, that's just intern Joe showing off all that he's been helping contribute to in the media department here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. But let's go over and see what Aurora and Alana are up to. We've been hanging out with Sofi and Gino, kind of talking about the various aspects of comfort care that both of these two benefit from here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Tammy, for her birthday this year, she always has a birthday wish, and for it to include the cats is oh so special, and truthfully, I don't think anybody would expect anything less from Tammy and the cat lover she is, and as the founder and executive director of the sanctuary. But glad we get to talk some comfort care regardless, because it truly is such an intensive part of the everyday go around here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Hi, Miss Alana. I think that's Aurora, actually. I'll have to double check. But it really is, we see comfort care play out in almost every single moment for some of these rescues, and to be able to highlight it and just let you know how important of it is and how much of a pervasive part of the sanctuary it is too is awesome. And truthfully just gives even more kind of validation to the types of, yes, that is you, Aurora, I could tell since you wanted to follow me right away. And Alana way back on her platform there. But I have a hunch I won't be able to film your sister if you're hanging out right here, pretty lady. Yeah, everybody likes the boots with the yellow lines for some reason. They really are eye catchers apparently. You can see how shrewd Sofi is. She was asleep, but not all the way asleep. So she poked her head up when she heard the big bag paparazzi move on there, which is good. I want her to feel comfortable as possible. So I'm glad a little bit more distance from her gets her kind of sitting sternal there. Robin Lyon saying, nice boots. Well, thank you for that, Robin. These boots have been around the bend and then some. I've had them for a long time, and I need to get a new pair. Maria P saying, I love these sisters. They certainly are special gals, aren't they? Even when I see her walking back and forth and sizing me up and wondering how good of a meal I would be. Yeah. Are you just here to reinforce how much of a wild animal you are and not a pet you are, despite your beauty? Looks like Kathy Barton, Jeremy talking about badges not appearing. That's no fun. Unfortunately, we, through our Facebook page, do not govern the badges. It is a Meta or Facebook operated kind of aspect of the user experience for Facebook. So no, I wish that those badges would be a little more consistent. And I'm sorry, Jeremy and Kathy, if they're giving you some guff. All right. Just looking through a few more comments. Some people asking how old Gino was when he arrived. It looks like I can look at this comment here. Darby Tober. How old was Gino when he came to TWS? Was he older than Taras? And Gino was just 2.5 when he came. And so of course, Mr. Taras, when he was just months old, being significantly younger than that big hairy dude up there. And I would probably say, in terms of mane length, Gino, or rather Taras, is kind of getting to the point where Gino arrived in terms of his length of mane. Gino was sporting kind of the angsty lion teenager mohawk, very rebellious look to him. I'm sure some of you can testify to some of those older Gino photos of, he didn't quite have his mane, but he certainly still had a lot of hair to give. And Gino in those his rebellious mohawk phase is always puts a smile on my face. What do we think, pretty girl? I'm just looking for a few more comments. And I'm also smiling to myself how Aurora and Alana are here in this habitat. Sofi was formerly in this habitat before she moved over there and was merged with Gino. And Aurora and Alana still benefiting from the extra steps that even Sofi had added into this habitat. So cool to see that those were able to help Sofi. And they're going to stay right there and go on to, obviously, Aurora and Alana, still young, not considered senior or geriatric, but still benefiting them, and obviously will benefit them in the future, or whichever cat goes in there if they're needed. I'm going to catch up on a few more comments, and then we might be wrapping up. Let's see. Tanya Toner asking, how is my favorite cat, Dasher the Destroyer? Is he behaving? Oh, Dash. We love him so. And, well, Dash, Tanya is is loving life, and he's doing just as you would expect him to do. He's destroying, he's napping, he's stalking, he's chuffing, he's eating, he's pooping. Caretakers can even, they can verify that as well. But all is well with Dash. Just another summer day for that crazy dude. I was doing some photo rounds earlier this morning and got a few lovely chuffs from him. So all is well in Dashville. Thanks for asking, Tanya. Karen Daughtry will be donating for Tammy's birthday wish, and I hope she also gets a special gift for herself. Karen, I agree as well. I know I'm excited. Her birthday's on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's Sunday. So I'm glad it's happening on a weekend, and I'm glad that she's probably going to be with friends and family. I know she got her hair done yesterday, which she was very excited about, so a special little birthday gift for herself there, but I can only imagine it'll be a good one. And but nonetheless, and most importantly, thanks for giving, Karen. You're helping make her birthday a good one by giving a gift like that. And if perhaps anyone was just joining us partway through the live, I'd like to say hi to some folks. Sherry Donaldson's here. Hey, Sherry. I saw Soraya for a moment. Hey, Soraya, glad to have you with us. I've been talking, giving the gift of comfort care for this year's birthday fundraiser. Tammy, our executive director, celebrates her birthday every July, I guess, like every normal human being celebrating their birthday annually. But along with her birthday celebration, she likes including the cats. And for her birthday wish, it includes the cats, and we love that. And this year, we're wanting to be giving the gift of comfort care. Comfort care is a specialized program that many of our rescues are involved with. And very simply, it's a way to make sure that our cats are getting the type of tailored and individualized care that they need in their wild at heart life. That goes for cats with chronic health issues. That goes for cats who are senior or geriatric. And we've kind of been talking about both of those categories on today's live post. Gino, who would have those chronic health issues with his hyperthyroidism and his neurological symptoms, as well as Miss Sofi, who is a young 18 years old, and how you can help give the gift of comfort care with a gift today. And this birthday fundraiser for Tammy is lasting up until next Thursday. We're going to have a nice finale day, kind of a unique finale day that I think you all will enjoy, with Tammy doing the live post herself. So if you'd like to give a gift, boy, is that so much appreciated, and boy, does it go a long way, not only towards helping defray the cost of those very, very expensive medications, but for helping build real life things like adding steps that can immediately go to help a cat like Sofi. So whether your gift is going towards helping buy construction materials to help construct things to give our cats the type of comfort that they need, or whether it's helping with those very expensive but necessary medications that so many of those comfort care cats are on, we so much appreciate it. But for now, it's Friday, everyone. Sofi looks like she's got some grooming to do. It's Friday, everyone. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful, and safe weekend. The rescues here at the Wildcat Sanctuary certainly will, under your care and support. But for now, we will see you all back here on Monday. And again, have a wonderful and safe weekend, everyone.